Hello everyone, this is Siddharth, and in this video we will be solving another question from the list that I've shared in the starting of this playlist. So if you don't know what we are doing, we are making a playlist so that we can able to solve all those questions which are related to each other, so that we can able to build intuition and not memorize the question. So, and I would suggest that you can start solving the question from the hash one from the list that I've shared. I will like pin the link of those question in the description as well. You can check it out, and also I have made the full documentation of this playlist on my GitHub account as well. I have already put the description. I have already put the link in the description as well. You can check out from there, and I will like suggest that you can you can all either you can watch the video, or like you can try to solve simultaneously the question as well. So let's start solving this question as well. So what in this question, what we have given? We have given a string which is a binary string. So the element in this string will going to be 0 or 1 only. And then what we have to do, we have to count the total number of substrings in which 0 1 is occurring consecutively. So how, let's see how we will be solving this. So let's take first substring as an string as an example, that is 0011. S is equals to 0011 and then 0011. So obviously how we will be solving this, like if you will try to think, then what we can do first, obviously we will be checking for the previous element. So if we will encounter the same element, we can increment the count of the current element. That will going to be 2. We will initialize current count with 1 initially, then after processing first element we will make it count 2. Now after moving to the next element, we should have something so that we can keep track of the previous element as well. That will going to be 0. So for that we can make a previous counter. As soon as we will encounter any element which is not equals to its previous element, then it's the case where we have encountered different element. Then what we can do, we can make our previous counter to the current counter, so that we can store the number of element that we have already processed. So how we are doing, why we are doing this, you can like think it logically. So that we can able to calculate the total number of 0 or 1 we have processed earlier. Now we will reset our current counter to 1 as we have moved to the next element. Now we will again count and update a result as well here as soon as we encounter any change element. So result will going to be minimum of this previous counter and the current counter. Why? Because you can think as well, suppose we have this substring. Now the answer will going to be 1. Obviously you can see that will going to be 0 1. So how we have came to this answer? So here there are 2 0 and here it is only 1. So the possible solution is 0 1 only. That's why the previous counter will be storing 2 if we will take this approach, and the current counter will be 1. Then we have to take a minimum of these two, because here there is 2 and there is only 1 to cover up for the 2 0. So the answer will going to be 1. That's why we are using minimum of these two. And then we will do the same for the next and then next. So this will going to be 2, then 2 and then 2. So total 6 case will be there. And for the last one, as there is no 0 in the front, so we have to keep like we have to handle this edge case. For the last one we have to update the result explicitly, because for this 0 we have this one. Now for this one there is nothing, so that we can, as we are like calculating the answer using the previous counter as well, so there is nothing for this in the future or in the next of the string. So that's why we have to calculate explicitly. We have to update a result by one more in the last. So this is the concept that we approach we will be using. Now let's code it out as well. So first we have to make the result that we have to return, that will going to be result is equals to 0, and then int current count. Current counter will be 1 as we will be starting from the first element of the second element of the string, then the previous counter, and it will be storing the value of the previous processed element. Now we can start traversing into a substring. So I will be starting from 1 and I should be less than s dot length, and then we can do I plus plus, and then we can check if the character at the current index is equals to the previous character. So s dot char at index I minus 1. If it is true, then what we have to do, we have to update our current count. Obviously logically it is correct. Now in the else part, first we have to update a result, that what I have told, as we will encounter the change element we have to update a result. So let me accumulate it. So plus is equals to, and the minimum of current count and the previous count. Okay, and then we have to take the previous count as well. And after doing this, we have to update our previous count to the current count so that we can able to store the previous processed element. So previous count will going to be current count. Now current count, we have to reset it to 1 as we are processing the new elements. Current count will become equals to 1. And in the last, we have to calculate the result explicitly. So for the last element, so result plus is equals to, let's copy paste this same. Okay, so this will handle the edge case as well. Now in the last, we just have to return the result. So this is what we have to do. This is a very easy question. Now we can submit it as well. So all the test cases have been processed. Now we can submit it. Okay, so we have successfully solved this question. See you in the next video. Bye.